Right? You push the red button. It's probably recording already if you pushed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's recording. Okay.
Alright.
Hey.
Hey, we're the planet Pluto. I'm Rocky.
So today we're talking about our favorite albums of all time.
Screw you guys.
So this is gonna be like the first installment of a monthly thing where we talk about albums. So
I
let's.
know this is a little late.
Here we go. Rocky.
Okay. I guess I'm starting it. My favorite album is The Killers' Sawdust. It's my favorite album because this is their B-sides album, and like almost every track on here is awesome and just amazing CD. Favorite song on here is Sweet Talk. Love that song. Favorite Killer song of all time. And the weakest song on here I have to say is Where the White Boys Dance.
It's a terrible song.
Only because it starts off really, really bad, but it ends really, really strong. It's a good song, but it just starts off kind of slow and weird. You gotta listen to it. It's a listen to more than once type of thing.
Yeah.
So and The Killers, one of my favorite bands of all time. I love every one of their albums. Hot Fuss, Sam's Town, and Day and Age.
Day and Age is a horrible album.
No.
Neon
Tiger. Day and Age is a good album.
Let's say that.
Day and Age is okay. It's a good album.
It's a good
It's
album.
solid.
It's good if you're not wasting your
It's
money.
better than Flamingo, huh?
Flamingo. Some bands should never have a solo album. Some artists should never do solo.
Alright. But yeah, I listened to this album countless times. And when I first got it, I didn't really know what to expect from it. I knew it was the B-sides album. When I got it, it opens up with Tranquilize and Shadow Play. I'm like, yeah, this...
Tranquilize features Lou Reed, who's a famous musician. You might know him. He was in the Velvet Underground, I think. Yep. And
awesome.
He did a song with Metallica, by the way.
And right out, and probably my second favorite song on this is Leave the Bourbon on the Shelf. Excellent song.
I don't want to talk about music history. Joy Division. Killers got their name from Joy Division.
Yeah, they actually did. On the bass drum, it said The Killers. It was on Joy Division music video.
Well, actually, it was on a New Order music video, but Joy Division.
And the band was formed on just like kind of like Craigslist type of thing. On the key, Brandon Flowers and the guitars met like that, and the first song they actually showed each other was Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, my interesting fact about the Killers is that everyone in that band is actually ugly, except for their lead singer. It's a phenomenon.
But Brandon Flowers is super short. He's extremely short.
So everyone's unattractive.
Yeah, but they're rich and famous and live in Vegas.
And they're good musicians. Damn.
Yeah.
My favorite album.
Let's hear his favorite album.
My favorite album is from a godlike band. You might know them. They're called Interpol.
Interpol.
Funny thing about Interpol, that name is actually... tell me what the name is from, Keith.
The name is from them choosing that name. It's a pretty cool name.
That's pretty not a cool way of how they got their name. Yeah, it's pretty lame, actually.
But Interpol, they're a band from New York. You know, they're like around that scene, the Strokes and the other band.
They don't have their good bassists anymore.
This album, Antics, was made before the godlike bassist, who doesn't even like playing bass, which doesn't make any sense.
Antics go right here.
And yeah, he doesn't even like playing bass, but he was a bassist. He quit. But this was during the time where he was actually super awesome still.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a great album.
Probably the best song on that album. There's a lot. They're all pretty
Evil.
strong. They're probably all strong. I would not say Evil is the best song because even though it's good, it's like nah.
Narc.
I would probably say the best song musically would be Narc because it has a really good bass line, something that Rocky cannot do or reproduce.
Whoa, relax now.
It's kind of like a walking bass, which is pretty interesting for that kind of music. And
I'm gonna come to band practice tomorrow with that bass line. In my
Interpol,
memory.
Interpol is one of those bands like the Killers who are influenced by Joy Division, except Interpol has like Joy Division voice, like Ian's voice, hardcore. But they're cool because they have a better drummer and better bassist than Joy Division.
Yeah.
I would say that the best song, like not just altogether, would probably be either Time to Be Small or Take You on a Cruise. They're slower songs, but they're still good. And yeah, the weakest song is probably Not Even Jail, because that song is about not even jail. Most of their songs are like sexually themed, and that's probably like one of the worst ones. They have some other ones that are just dumb, like PDA, which I don't like the lyrics to. Yes.
Yeah, but they're an okay band.
They were one of the best bands ever, but then their bassist is not a bassist anymore, and then they made that fail album called Interpol, which you should not listen to.
Their breakout album was their worst album.
Breakout album.
What's their breakout?
No,
album?
breakout album is the first album you come out with, not the album that's named after you.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's the album that they were being played on radio everywhere.
They got played on radio for Evil. They got played. The Evil got played on the radio.
On what? On Indie Channel.
On 106.7 and 103.1, which is the indie station.
I got nothing to say about this band. I do not listen to Interpol.
He doesn't like how he sounds like Interpol singer. Whose stage name is Julian.
Now, what is your favorite band?
Alright, well, for the finale, my favorite band is going to have to be 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
Your favorite band is 3 Cheers?
My favorite album by this band is 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge by My Chemical Romance. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are like, what?
No, probably most people will be like, yeah, because that's like this.
Yeah,
more
if you
popular.
ask anyone that's a My Chem fan, they'll probably say this one or the first album was the best one. But it's 3 Cheers.
No, the first album was horrible.
No, but like if people were listening to 3 Cheers, they would say that the first 2 albums, and even all their albums are great, but this one is the best.
The first one, the last one sucked.
Well, let's talk about it. This album.
Let's talk.
I will say that. Despite, I think I can say all of our favorite bands are not the ones we're choosing for our favorite albums, but the album itself, it's
complete.
It's just so perfect because
it's on the list of perfect albums.
It is. It's on a list of just albums that by itself is just complete. Because okay, this is for one thing. There's not many albums I can say is consistent throughout the entire thing. Where
it's also a narrative album too.
Yeah, and then
theme album.
Interesting thing about this cover. Dry Ways. Some people know he's also like a comic book artist / art artist, and he designed everything for this album, and then he did not for Black Parade. He threw everything to someone else. But they what was I gonna say about this album? Okay, best song on this album. Best song is Cemetery Drive for me, my favorite. Every single song is a good, so I have a hard time like figuring out what to pick as the best song, but. Everything's good, but let's see. Worst song I'm have to say is "Give 'Em Hell, Kid." Even though they're all
good. That's a good song, though.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
That's that song, right?
Yeah. It's a good song. The only reason I'm gonna say it's probably the worst song for me on this album is because it's super short and it's almost all chorus. Like the verses are 18 seconds.
Give me all your blah blah. Give me all your pills.
That'll be.
That's Thank You for the Venom, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably the best song on there.
No, the best song on is Interlude. But
give him Hell Kid. It's like it has like 4 choruses and 18-second verses and like 1 bridge that's like 30 seconds. So even though and it's still amazing.
It's just a straight rock out song.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 minutes 18 seconds, which it doesn't even say that on the back of the album. I just know how long that song is.
I'm gonna test that.
Yeah, and yeah, this album is good. It's the most album I played ever. This is the most played album in my car.
2 minutes and 19 seconds. Dang. Accuracy.
Whoa.
And there goes. Those are our favorite albums of all times.
Well, of right now.
Yeah, of right now.
I swear I have.
This will probably be consistently.
But stay tuned. We're gonna every month we're gonna do a video about
stuff,
albums in general, and stupid retarded stuff.
No, I don't do retarded, but because I feel that's offensive. Say, but
they don't get a chance to do videos. Is that what it is?
I'm turning it off now.
Then that's fun with the